Hi you guys, it's Juliet here. I wanted to show you a really quick project. So the story is I made this bracelet, which is gorgeous and I love it. So it's got chenille stitch sections and peyote stitch sections, and it's actually come out really nice. And I seriously doubt that the camera is picking it up as nice as it is, but it is just so pretty. Let me see if I can show you. It's really nice, you guys. Okay, I'm a little bit too close. So anyway, it came out really good. So I wanted to make some earrings to go with it. So I've just made these little balls, which kind of have the same kind of, I guess, flower pattern as this in the center, and I've done them in a kind of ombre, so they kind of match, right? So I'm going to show you how to make this, and it's really super simple and pretty quick. So I made some with wooden beads in the middle, but I decided to use these like crackle beads because they're clear, so you're going to get more light through the earring, which of course the camera isn't picking up, but you can actually see inside the earring a little bit. So I decided to do that, and this is actually this chain that I got from Caravan Beads. It comes in, I think, 5-foot roll, or maybe it's a 3-foot roll, I don't know, but I love this chain. It's really good. So I've been using that, and just a little simple ear wire on the top. So I'm going to show you how to make this because it's so quick and simple. So I've got an arm's length of thread, and I'm using a gray Wildfire thread. I think it kind of goes well with like neutral colors. Oh, okay, these are 8/0 beads, and these are just Silverlined 15/0 rounds. Sorry, 11/0 rounds. So Silverlined 11/0s, Miyuki, and these are also Miyuki. These are bead mixes, and this is something else I get from Caravan Beads. So if you're terrible at picking colors, you can actually get pre-mixed like sets. So I just bought a whole ton of these in 8/0. They also sell 11/0s. Like, here's the color I'm using. This is, I think, called Lagoon Mix. So they're just Miyuki seed beads, and I'm using the round rocaille beads, not the delicate beads. So these are just the rounds. So you need the 8/0s, or you can just pick 5 different colors of beads that you have and you like, that kind of go together. You don't have to use a bead mix. Okay, so yeah, about an arm's length of thread. You're going to pick up 5 of your 11/0s and push them down, and so again through the first one just to turn it into a ring. Okay, and kind of pull that as tight as you can. All right, so in this mix there's a dark green, there's a light blue, then there's this kind of lined yellow that kind of looks green. I don't know what it's called. And then there's the dark blue, and then there are these yellow beads. So I've made a lot of projects using this mix, so I know these colors really well. So I know there's 5 in here, so you're going to need 5 colors to go around your earring, or I guess you could make a necklace out of these if you wanted, but your beaded bead. Okay, so you just need 5 different colors. So I'm going to pick up the first color and go through the next 11/0, and I'm just going to pick up in order the 5 colors in order of the way I want them to be. So I'm going to do that light green and the dark green, and then I'm going to do the dark blue. So I'm just putting 1 bead between each of the 11 O's. And then the light blue. Okay. And then you're going to step up into the first 8O bead that you put on. So it should look, just making sure that wasn't twisted. So it should look like this now. And leave enough thread that you can go back and reinforce that ring at the very, very end. Okay, so we're coming out of our 8O. We're going to pick up 3 11Os. Why can I not talk today? We're going to pick up 3 11Os, and we're going to go into the next 8O. And again, pick up 3 into the next 8O, sorry. Picking up 3 11Os and going into the next 8O. There are no 15Os in this project. And just go all the way around, adding 3. I think 8O beads are kind of underused. I kind of like them, even though they're sometimes more irregular in size, even these Miyuki ones. Okay, so then when you get back to the first 8O that you started in, you're going to, what I'm trying to do here is kind of create little V shapes. So it should kind of look a little like a star here. I'm going to go around again, and I'm going to skip the second 11O. I'm just going to go in the first and third 11O. So like this. I'm just going to go around because I want to make sure that that second one is sticking out. So make sure you go through the 8Os as well, but skip that, and then I just do it like this because it's quicker. Go through these 3 basically. If I can. Okay, I'm going to just go through those 2, and then that one because he didn't want to go in. And then we're going to get on the right side. We're going to go through those 3. See, now if this happens, you'll have to kind of pull him out. And last one, go through those 3. Okay. All right, so now it should definitely look like a star. It might have been a little messy before. It should look great now. All right, so step up into that second 11O seed bead that's sticking out. Okay, so now you're going to look here, and you're going to say, what color is this? This is my light greenish yellowish color. So you're going to pick up 2 of those. Okay, and then I'm going to go into, so whatever is directly here, I'm going to go pick up 2 of those color, and then I'm going to go into the next point of the star, and I'm going to pull, and I'm going to start trying to curve this downwards, or actually, because my thread's here, I'm going to curve it this way. I'm going to curve it upwards because I want to hold that on the bottom. Okay, so now I've got a dark green, so I'm going to find 2 dark green. Nope. Let's see, where's another dark green? There we go. And then I'm going to go here, pull up 2 dark blue, 1 and 2, and I'm going to kind of pull it upwards. Gonna get my hands all tangled. Okay, 2 light blue, 1 and 2, and I'm going to pull upwards, and then I need 2 yellows. Ooh, I don't like that yellow. He's deformed. Okay, 2 yellows. Okay, and then I'm going to step up into the next 8-0. So I'm going through the 11-0 and the next 8-0. Okay, so now I'm still trying to pull this all upwards. I'm going to pick up 1 more 11-0, and then I'm going to go through this 8-0. I'm going to skip this this 11-0, and I'm going to go through the next 8-0. So I'm skipping this one here. I'm just going through that one and that one. And this is really when it's going to start cupping. I just threw a bead on the floor. Yay me. Okay, so again, pick up 1 11-0, go through here. And all of this is going to start tightening up. All this thread that you can see loose here, we're going to start pulling it inwards. It'll disappear, so don't worry if you can see some thread. And this is the beauty of this gray thread, because I think white or black would show up, but this gray is really, because it's so neutral, you don't notice it. It's great. Oops, just pick up 1 and then go. All right, so when you get back to your first 11-0, you can kind of give it all a tug, and at this point you might want to sort of try sitting your bead in the way that you want it. So I want the darker side there and the lighter side like this. And what I'm going to do is I've got a head pin, and I've got a little one of these spacer beads. They're quite small. I don't know what size that is. And I'm just going to poke it up in it for now. And it might, this bead might still turn a bit, but I just need something to kind of pull against. I need the tension of the bead. Okay, so we've just picked up a round of single 11-0s, and we've gone through those 8-0s. So now we're going to look here, and we're going to pick up whatever color 8-0 this is and whatever color 8-0 this is. So I've got that kind of greenish yellow color, and then I've got a dark green. Nope. See if I can find a dark green. I think, yeah. And then we're going to go into the next 11-0. And we don't want it to loop around our head pin. And again, I'm sort of pulling it all upwards as I go. Okay, so now I need another dark green, and then I need a dark blue. And then I go into the next 11-0. And then I need another dark blue, and then a light blue. I keep getting it looped around. There we go. And then I need, sorry, I need another light blue and a yellow. And then I need a yellow and a kind of greenish one. So there we go. Oh, let me see if I can find a better yellow. There we go. Okay. And then into the last 11-0. Oh my goodness, this is gonna drive me nuts. Okay, So now my bead has got all turned around. I'm going to move it back the way I want it and try and keep it where I want it. All right, so now we're going to step up through the first 8-0. Okay, now we're going to pick up one 11-0, and then we're going to go through the next two 8-0s. So the two that are the same color. Okay. Again, pick up an 11-0 and go through the next two. So this is chenille stitch right here that we're doing. Pick up one and go through the next two. Pick up one. I love doing chenille stitch on beaded beads. If you've ever watched my pineapple tutorial, that was chenille stitch as well. It's just a good stretchy stitch. Okay, so here, as you can see, I have already an 11-0, so that's where I started. So just go into that 11-0 to step up. I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna turn my bead again. It keeps going a different way. I want the yellow side of the bead to be where the yellow, and it's now kind of staying. You can see it's not dropping off now. Okay. So now we are going to pick up one 11-0, then one of whatever color we're above, so that would be the dark green. Nope. I hope I have another dark green. I might not. This is like the end of a tube where I've been cherry picking the colors. Nope. Nope. Oh, I can't believe this. I must have one somewhere. All right, hang on. I'm just gonna go grab another tube. Okay, I bought a whole ton of this color mix because these are some of my favorite colors. Okay, I see one that's fallen out. Okay, so we're coming out from our 11. We picked up one 11, one of our 8-0, whatever we're above, and one more 11, and then we're going to go into the next 11-0. So it's going to be like that. Okay. So now I need a blue. So I'm going to pick up my 11, an 8-0, and an 11. I'm going to go into the next 11-0. And then I need a light blue. And into the next 11-0. So you can see it's really starting to close up around the bead now. I need a yellow. And then we need that kind of greenish color. I think it's like a blue lined yellow. I don't really know. Okay, and then here we're going to go into this first 11-0. And then we're going to step up through the second 11-0 and our 8-0 bead. And we're going to pull all that. Okay. And then this is the last beads. So we're going to pick up an 11-0 and we're going to go into the next 8-0. And we're going to pull. We're just going to go around picking up 1 11 and going into the next 8. So the bead in the middle is 8mm bead. I don't know if I remembered to mention that or not. So it should be, oh, I went in the wrong bead there. Hang on. I'm supposed to go into the 8-0, not an 11-0. There we go. So your 11 should be sitting on top of this little V here. You could totally do this all in one color, by the way. Like if you just wanted to do one color of the 8-0s, you could do that. I think it would look nice. I haven't tried it, but I kind of like the ombre effect, you know. Okay, so once you've done that, what I do now is I run around again, but I only go in the 11-0s to really pull the middle in. So just skip the 8-0s and just go around the 11-0s, and it really pulls in the middle. And I go around it twice because it's the end of the bead basically. So I go around the middle twice, and then what we're going to do is we're going to sew through and we're going to meet our other end and we're going to tie it off. Okay, so really pull these 11-0s together if you can. Okay, and you'll sort of feel when you think it's strong enough. I like to go at least twice. Okay, I'm going to head off down now, so I'm going to just go through that 11 and then the 8-0. And I'm going to work my way, spiraling down through the beads. So those two through here, through all these beads until I get back. So I'm just following the spiral until I get back to this end of the bead. And this bit that we did at the beginning, the star may be a bit sticking up weirdly. All right, so what I do here is I usually take that out just for a second. And then I'm going to follow around the middle until I get to this thread here. So I'm just reinforcing, pulling that middle in. Just going through the 11-0s. Okay, so I'm back here. I'm going to tie these two ends together. And I really pull it tight. Okay, so that's your beaded bead. It's not going to come apart at all. I'm going to have to find the hole. Where did it go on my inner bead? it won't go very far. If you lose it, you should be able to find it again. There it is. Okay. All right, just making sure it's there. Alrighty, so all I do now is I just run through some beads in either direction, and then I just cut it. So I don't tie any more knots because it already has a knot tied. I'm just basically getting away from the knot. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that one. Where's my scissors gone? Completely lost my scissors. Oh, here they are. Okay. And then I will do this one. I will come back in a second and show you how to finish the earring. Okay, I'm back. So this is the easy part. So you just pop your little spacer bead on, and the reason I do that is just to give it a little more, to sort of fill up that big hole right there. It just looks better in my opinion. And then I put one on the top as well. Okay, then I'm going to get my round nose pliers, and I just hold it like this so it's flush up against it. Bend this over, not quite 90 degrees, but you know, at least 45 degrees. And then I turn my, so I don't know if you could see what I did there. So I was holding it like that. I just turned it this way a little bit. So I'm now holding like this angle. And then I wrap this all the way around, and then I have to adjust again to get under there like that. And then I just tweak this so that I think that the loop looks round. That looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, see how that's going to be straight up and down. Looks pretty good, right? And then I can kind of pull this forward so it's not quite touching, and loop this chain on here. Okay, so then all I do is I sort of squish it with, I just use my round nose pliers. You could also, if it was difficult, bent nose pliers are great for this sort of thing because you can hold it out of the way like this. And then I use my fingers. You could use a plier to do this as well, to just pull it around. And I like to do about 2.5 turns, just until there's not really any gap left. Then I get my flesh cut pliers and I snip it as close as possible. And then I usually, see how it still sticks out a little bit right there? I use my crimping pliers. See how it's got little round circles there, right, for crimping? Well, it actually works great for squishing that little end in because it kind of rounds the whole coil. And then you have this really nicely finished looking coil. And then I just open my earring wire. And I love these little ball ones. I get these as well from Caravan Beads. I really like Caravan Beads. They really don't have a lot of, like, they're Miyuki distributors, and that's the bulk of what they do, but their findings are actually really nice. They don't have a lot, but what they do have is good quality. So yeah, you just close that up. You don't want that, got a little hair stuck in it here. See if I can pull that out. Okay, and that's it. I'm done. So there are my earrings. to go with my bracelet. So these are really quite quick once you get the hang of them. Like I can whip these out pretty quickly now. So anyway, it's just a nice little project. It's pretty simple, like nothing too exciting, just a beaded bead, but I thought I would share it with you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.